Hello everybody, welcome to Shop Talk with Wes King 101. We're going to go over some cool stuff. We had so much response from our last video that we decided we'll do some question and answer videos and technical videos, and that way I could use my auto shop training from when I was an auto shop teacher at Stagg and Stockton. I can kind of do that again. I miss it really bad. Anyway, so we're going to have some fun with this. So you guys please message us through Facebook, or if you got my phone number, you can text me or whatever, call me, I don't care. And we'll go over any technical engine questions, racing questions, whatever you can come up with. I'll come up with some sort of an answer. So here I've got a great question just came in, and we're going to go to that right now. Our first question is from Hal in Montana, and he wanted to know about runner size, how big certain ports ought to be for a certain size engine. It's a great question. He sent it via Messenger, Facebook Messenger, and it was a good question. So all engines, I don't care if it's a Briggs & Stratton in your lawnmower or a big giant drag race top fueler, pro stock, whatever, all have a certain size port and certain size valve for their requirements. So Hal himself, he had a 383 small block bracket race engine he was building, and he wanted to know how come or what size port he should run. So roughly it's around 220 cc, and that is volume of this head. We fill it full of fluid, and this head happens to be a 220 cc. And I put a plate over this and fill it up with fluid, and that is the port size. For his application, a 220 would be just about perfect. All engines require a different size. Like, say it's a 632 and a top dragster. You need around 400 cc's or larger for that application. And for a Briggs & Stratton lawnmower, it's a little tiny little port with a little tiny valve. And because the engine requirements, that's the only size you can get in there, or that engine only needs a little valve and a little small port. So port volume is really important for optimum horsepower. And you want to put, and the exhaust port also has to be a certain size to match the intake port. So let's say you have a 220 intake runner on a 383 small block that's going to run around 7,200 RPM. And that'll be perfect. And that with the flow, has to flow proper amount of flow for the port size too. And that's a whole nother ball game. So for his application, he needs like a 208 valve, and he has to flow around 320 to make 650 horsepower. And that's what he's shooting for, 650. So that was a great question, Hal. I hope I could help you out there, and we'll hopefully we'll get some more cool questions. And we got another good question coming up right now too. Hey there, our second question today was sent from Bill in San Luis Obispo via Facebook Messenger. And he had a really good question. He watched our last week video when I was talking about my Nova spinning up near 10,000 RPM, and he thought, how in the heck's the guy doing that? And what rods do you run was his question. That was a great question, because a normal drag race engine, a bracket race engine, and, not many people run 10,000 RPM. But a normal one runs a steel rod, a real nice, 7,200, 7,500 RPM steel rod, and a little heavier normal drag race piston. I mean, this is like you running a 600 horsepower 355 or 383 small block. A real nice combo for bracket racing and all that stuff. My engine is an extreme, not many people do this, but I run the aluminum rods and a super lightweight piston. This piston is all Swiss cheesed, holes everywhere, lightweight. It weighs, this rod weighs 420 grams, and the piston weighs 420. And this steel rod weighs like 570. And that's a lot of weight you're spinning up there in RPM. A standard old 327, here's a 327 rod and piston. This thing weighs like, this whole combo here is probably like 1,500 grams. The rod itself is not much heavier than that aftermarket rod, but this piston, whoo, it's like 650 grams. Big old slug. So you can't spin this thing 10,000 RPM. It just won't happen. So that was a great question, man. That was cool. So I'm going to review. Anybody have some questions, please send them in because we're having fun with this. It's really cool. Okay, everybody, we're going to go over what we learned today. Runner volume, port size per engine size. All of them are different. There's some math, fun math to figure all that out. If you ever need to know something, just email me or text me or something, and I'll tell you what size it ought to be for that engine. And we learned about different way to connecting rods, lightweight, heavyweight, or medium weight, and why you can spin one way, 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 way up, and why you can't. And don't forget to subscribe, like, all that kind of stuff. I'm learning all this lingo.
Make sure to send us messages.
Yeah, messages, man. Just send us information. Anything you guys want to ask me about. How come some engines make more horsepower than other ones? All that kind of stuff. Just go with it. Ask me anything technical. All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. I hope you had fun, man.